The Bucks needed to get a win in Game 6 to keep their postseason lives alive after losing Game 5 in Brooklyn, where KD tore them up for 49 points. One of the best triple doubles, one of the best performances in playoff history. KD demolished them. KD willed Brooklyn. The Bucks look very, very underwhelming, especially Giannis. He looked very limited. He looked like he didn't know what his strengths were. But they came out strong. Their tactics were better. They were more sound in Game 6. And they get the victory. The Bucks beat the Nets 104-89. Their defense was great the whole game. KD was great. KD was good again, but the rest of the team did not follow through. And now the Bucks force a Game 7 in Brooklyn. Anything could happen. The Nets, for their sake, hopefully Kyrie comes back. I don't know if he will. It doesn't look like he will, but for their sake, they need to get Kyrie. Hopefully Harden feels a little bit better for Game 7. And for the Bucks, they just gotta hope that Giannis continues to do what he did in Game 6. He did not attempt a three for the first time in 3 years, which is great. Giannis, like, you gotta know that your strengths are basically, you're the modern day Shaq. You gotta be in the restricted area for like 90% of the ball game. If you're shooting long twos, if you're shooting threes, if you're shooting fadeaways, you're helping the other team out. You got to know what your strengths are. It's in the restricted area. It's attacking the paint. It's punishing the defense. It's just constantly attacking them. And if it's not there, if they build the wall, kick it out. And then it's up to your teammates to make those shots. But Giannis played like he's supposed to play. I was very impressed by Giannis last night. He took it upon himself to not shoot threes, to not settle for long twos. He just took it to them and he bodied them. And there's really nothing the Nets could do to stop Giannis when he's that aggressive, when he has when he's focused like that, and when he realizes that, hey, I'm a two-time MVP because I'm a freight train going to the rim. I'm a bowling ball. No one can stop me when I'm going to the rim, and that's what got me the two MVPs. That's what makes me great. Like, not trying to play like KD and not trying to do these pull-up threes, not letting my ego get in the way of playing right into the Nets defense. Also, Middleton played amazing. 38 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 steals, 5 made threes. He's the first player in NBA history to have that stat line. He was amazing. He's a different player in Milwaukee. For the Bucks' sake, they need Middleton to step it up on the road. Like, I don't know what he needs to do, but he just needs to show up in Game 7, or else the Bucks are gonna have a long day. And for the Nets, I'm just worried that they're getting tired. I get that Kyrie's hurt, and so the rotations have gotten shorter. But I believe they only played 6 players yesterday, and they played a lot of minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other ones got like 5 minutes each, just sparingly. Hopefully for the Nets, they have enough legs for Game 7. But man, they really need Kyrie's ankle to heal. I don't know if it's gonna heal, but maybe he toughs it through. It is a Game 7. But after KD's 49-point game, there was bound to be a little bit of letdown. I didn't think we could expect KD to follow up that 49-point triple-double, historic triple-double, with another one. He did have 32 points. He did have 11 rebounds, but he just couldn't elevate himself to that next level to carry them in a win of Game 6. But to be honest, if the Nets win Game 7, I think KD is going to have to do what he did in Game 5. He's going to have to take over. He's going to have to be basically a basketball god on the court and just take over. He's going to have to, like, realistically, because I don't know how many more good games Jeff Green is going to have, like in Game 5 where he goes for like 25 points. I don't know if Blake Griffin's threes are going to be falling down. I don't know what James Harden we're going to get. If his hammy is going to be a little bit more loose, if he's going to feel a little better, if he's going to tighten up and he's not going to be able to contribute that much. James Harden did have a lot of turnovers yesterday, which I don't know. I think Steve Nash needs to really consider maybe dropping some of James Harden's minutes if he becomes that much of a liability with the turnovers and sometimes in transition defense or just in regular pick and roll defense. But the two best words in basketball are true. Game 7, it's like anything could happen. Really, anything could happen in the Game 7. I'm super excited to watch it on Saturday. You guys should definitely watch it yourselves. Who do you guys have winning Game 7? Is it the Brooklyn Nets? Is it Milwaukee? Does Steve Nash have it in him to master up a game plan? Is Coach Bud going to save his job, or is he going to fizzle out with the Bucks again and probably get fired? There's a lot of coaches out there. For some reason, there's a lot of coaching vacancies, which means there's a lot of coaches available too. So the Bucks might be ready to move on from Coach Bud if he doesn't pull through. But regardless, I think Game 7 is going to be an epic showdown between the Bucks and the Nets in Brooklyn. I did have the Bucks in 7, but that was before all the injuries. That was before all these crazy games. If I was to pick the winner for Game 7, I would probably still pick the Bucks just because the Nets are still hurt. James Harden still looks like he's not himself. I don't know how much more he's going to feel better by Saturday. I don't know if Kyrie's going to be back by Saturday. And I think it's going to take like 55 points from KD in Game 7 for the Nets to win. And I mean, KD is definitely capable of doing that, but we'll see. And who's going to step up for the Nets? Is it going to be Blake? Is it going to be Jeff Green? Is it going to be somebody else? Is Joe Harris finally going to find his three and help a little bit, or is he just going to continue to be a liability on both sides of the court? I don't know. There's so many questions to be asked. I'm super excited for Game 7. That is definitely a must-watch TV. There's no way I'm missing that game. What do you guys think? Who's going to win Game 7?